So friends, let's see this delicious brinjal and potato bhaji. Now I've taken these long and dark purple brinjals. Just wash them really well and pat them dry. And now I'm just going to cut off the tips and discard that. Next I'm going to cut the brinjal lengthwise into 2 equal halves. And also keep a bowl of water ready. And then I'm going to cut each of these again into half lengthwise. And then I'm going to chop them up into small cubes like this. So we're going to keep the brinjal with the peel. You don't need to peel the brinjal for this recipe. Just cut them into even sized cubes. And then you're going to add all of this to the water. Now we're putting this into the water because we don't want to discolor the brinjals. Because you keep them out like that, they'll turn a little dark in color. Now here I've heated 2 tablespoons of oil and I've drained out all the water from the brinjals. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add the brinjal to the oil. And we're going to fry them really well for at least a whole minute till the brinjals soften a bit and darken a bit. Once that's done, we're going to take them out and put them into a bowl. To the remaining oil, I've taken 1 large potato that I've boiled, peeled and cubed, again into small cubes. I'm going to add that and we're going to fry this potato for 1 whole minute as well. Once that is done, we're going to take the potatoes out and add them to the brinjals. And we can just set this aside. Now to the remaining oil, I'm going to add 1 light green chili, 2 cloves of garlic and 1/2 inch of ginger that I've chopped fine. We're going to fry this really well. Now if the oil is a little less, just add a little bit of oil. Now I've added 1 bay leaf. Fry the bay leaf well too. And then I'm going to add about 5 to 6 curry leaves. Saute them too. And then I'm going to add 1 medium onion that I've chopped fine. So fry all of these ingredients really well. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of haldi powder or turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder and 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala. Fry all of this bagar really well. Now I'm going to add the fried potatoes and brinjals to this fodni or this bagar, and we're going to give everything a very good mix. Next I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water and mix everything well again. Now we're going to add some salt to taste. And I'm also going to add a teaspoon of grated jaggery. You can also add sugar instead of jaggery, or jaggery. And you can also, increase the amount if you want it a little on the sweeter side. We're going to saute everything for 1 whole minute so that everything comes together really well. The bay leaf too adds a real nice flavor to this dish, as well as all the lovely spices that we've added. Now I'll leave a link of how I make my garam masala at home in the description box below. And now we're going to cover and cook this for a whole 5 minutes on low flame, stirring in intervals. And now after 5 minutes, you can see that everything has come together really well, and the potatoes and the brinjal have also cooked really nicely. So this is like a semi-dry dish. It's not a complete gravy as well as it's not completely dry, but it's just the perfect consistency. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of fresh coriander leaves chopped fine. Again, give everything a good mix. And at this point, you can turn off the heat. And our lovely dish is all ready. You can also add a dash of lemon juice while serving if you like it a little on the tangy side. So you can enjoy this with some puris or chapatis or some rice and dal. It's really, really delicious. So I hope you give this recipe a try. And if you like it, then don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. Write to me about it. And I'll see you soon in my next video. This is Akshata signing off. Bye. Now this different Shev Bhaji today made in a tarri. So first I'm going to make the tarri. For that I'm taking 2 tablespoons of oil. Now once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to lower the flame, add 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of dhania powder or coriander powder. Half a teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder. Half a teaspoon of red chili powder. And then I'm going to add almost half a cup of water. And then I'm going to add a whole cup of water. Now we're going to mix everything together and let it cook for about 5 minutes on a low flame. So this is our tarri, which I generally use for my misal pav recipe. I'll leave it down below. Now in another pan, I've taken about 1 tablespoon of oil. And in that, I'm going to add 1 medium onion that I've chopped fine. And I'm going to fry the onion really well. Now once our onion is nice and translucent, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. So if you're making the paste yourself, then half an inch of ginger and about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Fry everything really well. And now I'm going to add this tarri or this gravy that we have prepared. Be extremely careful. It does splutter a bit, so add a little at a time. Mix everything really well together. Let it cook for about 10 minutes on a low heat. For 5 minutes rather, till it all comes together. Now I'm going to add some salt to taste and a pinch of sugar. That is about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. Always add less salt in the beginning, and then you can taste later and add more salt. Because if something becomes very salty, then it's difficult to get the dish to the right taste. So always add less salt and then add salt later. Now give everything a good mix and cover and cook this for about 3 minutes on a low flame. And now our tarri or our gravy is all ready. It's nicely and thickened and it already looks so yummy and delicious. So I'm going to be using this thick shev, which is called Bhavnagari shev. It's easily available. It's thick and it has this kind of ridges. Now let's assemble this dish. So in a bowl, I'm going to add this gravy. Then I'm going to add some of this Bhavnagari or shev into it. You can add as much or as little as you like. So what it does is it absorbs all this beautiful gravy. And then I'm going to add some fresh coriander and a dash of lemon. And that's it, guys. So you can have this with pav, you can have this with bread. The choice is yours. So give this recipe a try. It's really, really delicious.
Your Shev Bhaji, Ghatya Bhaji or Bhavnagari Bhaji. So, let me know whether you like this bhaji. Give it a big thumbs up if you really did. And subscribe to my channel. Once you have subscribed, click on the bell, and every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to know. Till our next video, this is Akshata signing off. Take care and have a nice...
So friends, let's see today's padwal and chana bhaji. Now here I've taken the padwal, washed it well, and now I'm going to take a peeler and very lightly peel just the thin peel that is there. With a potato peeler, you can also use a knife and just remove the thin peel of the padwal. Then we're going to cut it into half and again into half, and then there's this white pulp that is inside. Take it out with a spoon. Discard that, we're not going to use it. It comes off very easily. You can just place it on a flat surface and just take a spoon and remove it. Discard that part, and if any strings are there, remove that also. Now you're just going to cut it up into small pieces like this. So they look like semicircles. So just chop all of them. Now this vegetable also cooks really very quickly. There's no ginger, garlic, onion required for this recipe. Now I also soaked 1/4 cup of chana dal for about 1 hour in water, and then I drained out all the water after that. Now we're going to heat 2 teaspoons of oil in a pan. Once the oil is hot, we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi. Now we're going to add the soaked chana dal and fry the dal for at least half a minute in the oil. Then we're going to add this chopped up padwal and fry that also in the oil for about half a minute. Now I'm going to add just about 1/4 cup or half a cup of water just to help to cook the dal and the padwal. Since we're not adding any onion, there is no water going to be released, so we have to add water. And after cover and cook it for 2 minutes on a low flame, stirring in intervals, and keep cooking it for another 2 or 3 minutes till the padwal is nice and cooked and the dal is also nice and cooked. Now you can check if the padwal is cooked by just piercing it with or cutting it with a knife or a spoon, and even mash the dal. The dal also should be edible and cooked. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Mix it in well. Now I'm going to add some salt to taste. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of jaggery or gur and about 1 tablespoon of freshly grated coconut. Mix everything well. Now in place of the jaggery, you can also use sugar, about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and cover and cook this again for 1 whole minute. Now you can turn off the heat and add another tablespoon of freshly grated coconut. Mix everything well, and this delicious padwal with chana dal recipe is ready. It gets ready really quickly. And you can have this with some hot rotis, puris, or some dal and rice. It's really delicious and really nice to the palate. I hope you try out this recipe. So friends, let's see today's lovely Goan style of Chutney Bhaji. Now first I've taken off the tips of the Gavar and I've broken them into small pieces, and I'm going to put them in some water to which I've added salt. I'm going to wash them well, keep them in the water for about 5 minutes, then rinse it really well and drain off all the excess water. So our Gavar is all ready. Now I've taken 2 small potatoes, washed them well, peeled them and cut them into half, and then I'm going to cut them into thick slices like this. And I'm going to soak it in some water so that they don't discolor. This is a very tasty bhaji, and I suggest that you really try out this recipe. It's super delicious and very easy to make. So our potatoes are also ready. Just keep them in some water. Then I've taken 1 medium-sized onion, washed it well, peeled it, cut off the edges, cut off the middle yellow. Again wash them and then just cut them into medium slices like this. And I've taken 1 tomato, washed it well, taken off the top and then cut it up into small pieces, just like the onion size. Similar, the potato, onions and tomato. Now I am also using 1/4 cup of freshly grated coconut. This is our potato, our onion and tomato ready. Now we also require some fresh coriander for grating, for garnish. 10 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. 1 teaspoon of jaggery. You can also use sugar. Half a teaspoon of turmeric, cumin powder, garam masala. 1 teaspoon of red chili powder and coriander powder, and some salt to taste. So these are the ingredients. Now I'm going to heat up a pan and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to drain off the water from the potatoes and I'm going to add the potatoes to this hot oil. Now we're going to fry the potatoes till they're nice and golden brown and crispy. So this took me about 1 to 2 minutes on a low to medium flame. Transfer the potatoes into a bowl. In the same oil, you're going to fry the chickpea or the gavar. You're going to fry this well for 5 minutes, continuously stirring on a medium to high flame. We want to fry the gavar really well, and then once it's fried, take it out in a separate bowl. Now to the same oil, I'm going to add the chopped up garlic, and we're going to fry the garlic till it's nice and golden brown in color. Now we're going to add the onion, and we're going to fry the onion well till it's nice and translucent. Next we're going to add the tomato, and we're going to cook the tomato till it's nice and soft. Then I'm going to add all the powder masalas, mix everything well, and I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water because we don't want to burn the powder masalas. So I'm adding a little bit of water, mix everything well. Cook the mixture for about half a minute. Now we're going to add the fried chickpea or gavar, mix it well, add the fried potatoes, mix it well. Now I'm going to add some salt to taste. Add the jaggery or gur. You can also add a pinch of sugar in place of the jaggery. It just elevates the taste of the dish, the sweetness. Now add 1/4 cup of water because we want to cook everything and let everything come together really well. Now you're going to cover and cook this on a low flame for 8 minutes, stirring occasionally. Don't leave it unattended, stir in intervals. The aroma is so amazing in my kitchen right now. Now I'm going to add the freshly grated coconut. Mix everything well. So this becomes into like a dry kind of bhaji. So it's very tasty with chapatis or rice and dal. You can also carry it in a tiffin with chapatis. Very, very tasty. Now just give the mixture a taste to see if any salt or sugar or any masalas are required. And you can adjust it according to your taste. Now I'm just going to cover and cook it for another little, about 2 minutes only, stirring in intervals. And now our vegetable is almost ready. We just need to garnish it with some coriander. So once it's ready, I'm going to turn off the heat. And now I'm just going to add some freshly chopped up coriander. And our lovely Goan Style Chickpea Bhaji or Gavar Bhaji is all ready to enjoy. I hope you give this recipe a try. So friends, let's see today's delicious Bhopli Mirchi Peeth Perun. Now here I'm using one big capsicum. I've just washed it well, cut and patted it dry. Now I've cut the top off. We're going to use the part of the top also. And we're going to remove all the seeds and the white part of the capsicum or the bell pepper. We're not going to use the white part or the seeds. And then you're going to cut them into small cubes, even size cubes like this. Now this one large capsicum makes enough bhaji for about 2 people. So if you want to make it for more than double or triple the quantity. Now I'm going to chop up all the pieces, and now the top also I'm just going to chop as much as I can. Whatever pieces of the capsicum are available. We're not going to waste any of this lovely vegetable. And now our vegetable is prepped. Now it's very easy to make the rest of the recipe. So in a pot, I'm going to heat 1 tablespoon of oil. Once my oil is hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now I'm going to add the chopped capsicum, and I'm going to fry this in this fodni for at least half a minute. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. You can alter it, you can make it less or more depending on your spice level. Then I'm going to add some salt to taste, and I'm also going to add a pinch of sugar. Now I'm going to mix everything really well together. And now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of besan or chickpea flour. So Peeth Perun means, you're putting some kind of flour on the vegetable and making it. I have many recipes of Peeth Perun. I'll leave the links below. There's Kanda Peeth Perun, there is Methi Peeth Perun, and they all taste really delicious. And there's a dry recipe, so it's very good to give kids for their tiffin or carry to office for tiffin. It's a nice, and the shelf life also is pretty long if you keep it in the refrigerator. And it doesn't have any onion, garlic, ginger. Now I'm just going to sprinkle water. Don't pour water, just sprinkle water. So I've taken about 2 to 3 tablespoons and I'm going to sprinkle it and scrape the bottom because the chickpea flour tends to stick to the bottom. Again, I'm going to add some 3 or 4 more tablespoons of water and mix everything well. Now we just have to cover and cook this on a low heat for about 5 minutes, but keep stirring in intervals. Don't leave it unattended. Keep taking off the lid in intervals and keep checking on the vegetable. Now after some time you will see that the vegetable starts leaving the sides of the pan very easily, and also the besan starts to swell up a bit. It starts to become puffed up a bit. It looks a little bit like upma or something. It starts swelling up. Now I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of clarified butter. So this is about after 5 to 7 minutes of cooking the vegetable. Now this ghee or clarified butter really elevates the flavor of this dish and just makes it even more tasty and delicious and light. So this is a very light and fluffy kind of a vegetable dish because of the besan that we've added. It has all the flavors of the capsicum and all the spices that we've added. Now again I'm going to cook and cover and cook this for about another 2 minutes, again stirring in intervals. And after some time you will see that whatever the flour is stuck to the bottom just comes off very easily because of the moisture of the water that we release, and the capsicum also does release a little bit of water. And now we're going to just add some chopped up coriander. The choice is yours. If you don't like coriander, you can leave it out. But at our home, we love coriander. Give everything a nice mix. Turn off the heat and your vegetable is all ready. This goes amazingly well with some hot puris or chapatis, even some rice and dal. And I'm telling you again, it's a great tiffin item. It tastes superb. So do try out this recipe, guys, and let me know in the comment section how you liked it. I'll catch you soon. This is Akshita signing off. Lots of love. Bye.
Today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshita's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshita saying bye. Take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.